Good day guys, Ben here. So this time we're going to model this slide. So this is a spiral. So see from here. So that's the highest point. Slide down. Okay. So so these are reference. Okay, great. Okay, so these are open. These are closed. I think we are going to just model closed. How about that? Okay, so let's do it. So first, okay, so maybe just here. First, we need to. So we model this one. We need two things. So one is the path. Okay, so we're going to do a three-dimensional spline through points. And another thing we need to do is we are going to model, part of this. So just this segment. So this bit. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so go to Revit. So this is a project. That's all good. So we need to create a family. So it will be generic model, adaptive. We're going to create an adaptive family. And for that, because we need it to be curved, so we need at least 3 points. So let's make 3 adaptive points, and then create a spline through these points, and then make it a reference line. So the next step is we need to create. So let's have a look at this one. So we need to create this shape, right? So and also looks like we have these I think we use this to fix them together. And also looks like there's a horizontal part. Maybe this one is like it's half. It need to be fixed together. So instead of just one single element. So let me just do a screenshot. Ignore this. So what we need to do is, so this is a shape, right? So maybe I'll draw here. So it will be something like this. Okay, so go to here, and so there will be a what do we call this? A ring, maybe just here and here as well, and also there will be a what do we call this again? So so it's just a flat bit. Okay, so on the other side as well. So this is it, but we just need to model, create all these in this adaptive family. Okay. So for the circle, it's very simple. We need three. We need at least 2. Okay, so because we're going to make it parametric, so we need 2 profiles. So I think if you follow me, you should already know that why we're using 2. Because if you use 1, it won't work. It will break. Sometimes it will break when you change the size, but sometimes it will create a irregular, like instead of a sweep. Okay, so now let's do it. Reference, circle, draw on work plan, set work plan, pick, and then create a circle. Okay, and then we can just add maybe instead of radius, maybe we should use diameter di, and then use diameter. Okay, so now we can create a parameter. Let's call it d, maybe di, and instance maybe type is fine. So okay. And then I'll change this one to usually, I don't know, maybe 1.5 meter. Okay, so this is one of the profiles. So we just need to copy this and then select it, pick new host, and then that's it. So select both profile and together with this path, and then create form, and then we just need to drag this point to this end, drag this point to this end, and then that's it. And you probably notice that this is solid, so you can see it's you can't see through, but I don't, we can't just hide this, so you might want to try this. Tab, select this surface, and then see if we can just maybe make it invisible. But this will make the whole thing, so you can see the whole thing. Even I tab select this bit, it's also invisible now, so we can't do this. So let's just check this back. I found a way of make it disappear, but I'm not sure if it's a better method. But yeah, let's do this. So I use divided surface, and then turn off the U and V grid, and then become invisible. Okay, so yeah, but if it might work, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. So it looks like, oh, it's like translucent but not invisible. Okay, so if you know how to and we can't delete it. Let me just try to delete it. Delete, and then tab select delete. No, it won't work. I think we can probably like instead of create one circle, because when we use circle it's closed, right? So if we create, it will create a solid. Instead of use one circle, we use two half circle. I think if we use half circle and create half of this first, so imagine we create the top first and then create another half, so it will become just a hollow shape instead of a solid. So but for this for this one, I'll just use a circle. Okay, use circle. Okay, so and then the next step is we need something here. How do we do this? Let me think. We can probably just create a surface, right? So probably we don't need any thickness, but let me think. What's the best way to do this? Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure. Let's try. So I'm going to place another. So maybe just place another point here. Use draw on face here, and then create another circle, and then I'll use the same parameter. Oops, sorry. Circle, draw on world plan, set world plan, and draw another circle. Oh, sorry, my just one sec. Okay, so another circle, and then I just do dimension DI, and then apply the same DI to it. Okay, so we have this one. Now let me think, how can we, because we can't, so if I create, I don't think it will work. I don't think we can create another circle like when we do a generic model, when we do extrusion or like a profile or anything. We can have two profile, and then it will create a surface with void in the middle, but I don't think it will work in mass environment. Let's try. No. So we can only, what we can do is we can create this first as a surface. Where's my option? I can't find it. Anyway, so let's just click anywhere here to create this solid, and without click anything, so you can see I have this surface selected, right? So delete it, so it become only a surface, and then we can create another with the middle one. So but this time I might need to drag this to the other side, and then try to cut, and then I think that's all. And Oh, looks like we have some issue here. Let me just type HR to bring back. So it looks like that's fine. It's not cutting this because this the issue usually we have when we have a surface like curved surface with void, you won't be able to cut. Okay, but in this case we don't want this void to cut this, so that's all good. So now let me just type WF wireframe, and then we just need to drag this point to this end. And okay, so let's type SD. So you'll see we have this, right? So this is the tube, and then this is the plate. So because this is conceptual, there's no thickness to it. I think it's fine. If you want to, you can still. I think you can previously, because we just delete that surface on the other side and become one surface. But if you wanted to, you can always add a hang on, looks like we need to do it again. So let me just delete this and create a form, solid form, and click anywhere. So see, this is the thickness, right? So if I type in, I'm not sure, maybe 10 mil or 20 mil, and then become a solid, right? And then we can use the same void to cut this. So now we have a tube, and then we have a little plate here, and then we can change the size here. So with this we don't have a dimension for this circle, so let's type WF. So I'm trying to pick this, right? So, and then maybe just because I don't want to use a radius, I'll just type HI, so to isolate this one, and then DI, dimension, and diameter, and click, and that's it. And select this dimension so we can create a new one. So let's call it maybe DI2. So we can control this one if we need to, or we can just go to here. We can just just give it a number. So for example, we can use DI plus, like I'm not sure how much, maybe 300. Okay, so and apply. Okay, so now if I typed HR, every time I change the diameter of this, it will also change this one. Okay, so and yeah, so this is it. And do we need that on this on the other side? Maybe yes. Yeah, so it's up to you. So you can have this on the other side. I think in reality you should have this on the other side, because then they can be fixed to each other, right? So let's do it. Another point, draw on face, place it here. Another reference, another circle, and draw on work plan, set work plan, pick this, and create a circle, and then create another one. Okay, we need a 2, right? So, and the DI, dimension, diameter, this, and another one. And then select this dimension, apply that D1 or DI, and select this dimension and use DI2. And then we just create this one, create a form, click, and oh, hang on. So yeah, because this one, when we do extrusion, to go that way, right? So, but this one, this time, when we drag this point to this end, we want it to go back, right? So let's just drag this back, and then we can just type in. So it looks like we need a negative number. So negative, what do we, 20 maybe? What's this one? Let's try to pick the whole thing. Didn't. And it won't show us what's thickness. I try to maybe not this one, not this one, this one. So 20, yeah, correct. So this is negative 20. And then we can just create a void, use the middle one. Okay, so and then just, I think that will do. The tab SD to check. I'll HH this one. It's not cutting, so let's just help it to cut this one. Yeah, all good. And then we just need to drag this point to the end. So HR, that's all. So, and then we need a horizontal one. How do we do it? I think it can be quite simple. Probably not. Let me think. So we have, okay. So now it can be a little bit tricky because there's points overlapping here. So let's try to pick some points. So for now, just HH the dimension. So we can, and also this is a adaptive point. So I'll just HH it. So we have 2 points. Okay. So if I drag this one, so this is for the ring. This is for the profile of this one. So we can just use the same points, this one, and let's have a look on this side. HH, 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 and HH. Select this one. So this is for the ring. This one is for the profile. So we can just create something. So we already know this. So the tricky part here is we want this profile to match the size of this one, right? So it can be a little bit tricky, but should be okay. Should be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll place a point. Okay, I'll place a point. Use draw on work plan, set work plan, and a tab. So pick the vertical work plan of this point and place onto this point. And then we can just select this. This time we need go that way. It's fine. So this time we need to know the radius, but previously we used the diameter for this one, so we needed to add another parameter. So let's call it R, and OK, and OK. So go to family types. R equals DI divided by 2. So it will go to this end, right? So, oh, hang on. Maybe you can just use a draw a point on this point. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is a better way. Let's delete it. We don't need this radius. We don't need. We can just place a point, use draw on face instead, because we can, hang on. Let me try to, this looks like this is a divided surface. I'll HH it. So there's only one reference line here. So I won't accidentally place onto not other like a divided surface instead of onto this reference line. So place a point, use draw on face, right? So, and then just move until you can see here. So become this, how do we pronounce this? Quadrant. Okay, so place it here. Okay, so this, it will stay here. So stay here. You don't need to know what the radius is, because every time you change this one, it stays here. And then we have this point. We can quite easily just place place a line, use draw on place a point, use draw on. Oh, actually, we can directly just create a profile onto this point. If we we can do that, because if you place a point, that's still a line, and then you need to offset another line. Maybe you can just create a reference, just use a rectangular and draw on work plan, set work plan, and pick. So this time just tab, pick this work plan. Okay, and then we can just draw something like this. So, and then we just need to, so let me just tab select one of them. So this is the thickness of this one. I'm not sure how much need to be, maybe 20, I don't know, maybe 40. Okay, so let's make it 40. And also the width, the length, maybe 300. So it will match the size of this. And then we can just select the whole thing, MV, and then pick the midpoint, and then try to pick that point. So let me try SE. It won't work. So maybe I'll just move it up. Sometimes when you very close to this point, I mean like a horizontal at the same height, it can be tricky to move exactly onto this point. But once you move it away a little bit, and then it's easier for you to move it back, okay, onto this point. Okay, I think this is it. And of course, we need another one on here. So do the same thing. I'll just HH this divided surface, place a point, use draw on face, and onto this quadrant, okay, point. And then we can use reference rectangle, draw on work plan, set work plan, and tab, pick this work plan, so vertical, and do a shape. Tab, select, make it like 40, select this one, make it 300, and select the whole thing, MV up and MV midpoint, and try to place onto. So you can see this, see the like a 45-degree dash line here. So because the 45-degree dash line is very close to this point, so can see we can't pick the exact point we want this to be placed on. So we just move a little bit away. So there's no like I'm not sure what they call all this dash line, all this trying to align with something, right? So if it's not aligned to anything, it can be easier. So now you can see quite easily place onto this point. Okay, so now we have this profile, and also we have this path, and then we can create a form. Okay, and then actually Control Z. So I wanted to copy this CC, another one, and then I'll just pick new host and onto the other side, so it's easier to do. And the reason why I just Control Z to cancel that form is sometimes once you create a form, you won't be able to copy and pick new host again. So so that's why. So now we can create this and another one, and then we just need to select this point. Maybe select this point to the end, select this point to the end, select this point to the end, select this point to the end. So now if I type HR, we have everything. Oh, hang on. Okay, so 300, that's the diameter, so 150. We probably need to change this to 150, but that's very easy, right? So WF. Okay, so 150. So 150 and 150. So now type SD. So this is it. Oh, looks like we have something here. What's that thing? So there's nothing here. No pattern. Show surface, not surface. Doesn't work. But anyway, so I'll just leave it for now. That should be fine because it's a conceptual model, and you won't see inside, right? So, and this is one of the what do we call it? Slide. So then let's just do this in a project. We can go to concept. Model in place mass. Okay, so first you probably, so for example, if you want to, so if you have like a CAD drawing or something like this, you can just import it into your project, so at least you know where it needs to go. And then you need to, and also if it's a 3D 3D CAD, it can be easier because you can just pick those points and to match, right? So so we can use spline through points. Okay, so doesn't really matter which one. So draw on face or draw on work plan, doesn't matter. So I'll just roughly, okay, so just follow this one, this shape. So there's one loop, another one go down here. So I'll just start from here, just add not too many points. It's sometimes it's not a good idea to have more points. You just need enough, just enough. Okay, so not too many points. Okay, so now we have this, and then you can start to just adjust them because we want them to more like a circle. So you can just adjust all these points, and somehow you can just make them more like a circle. So you probably spend some time here, right, and go up. I think this is quite good. And then this one, so you probably need to go up, go down. Yeah, quite okay. Yeah, so I think that's good. Okay. And if you need, so for example, I want this one to be straight, you probably, in this case, you might want to add more points here. So I'll just quickly place a point, draw on face, and then select this point and make point driving. Okay, so now you can adjust this to, just try somehow you can make it more straight line, right? So I think that's quite good. And then, okay, so now this is only one step because it's currently it's all flat. If we go to 3D view, see like this. So and then we just need to we just need to move them, right? So if I, yeah, so don't worry about the level, but I'll just roughly. So you can use your keyboard. I think it's easier to use your keyboard. Press. Just hold your shift, so it's easy. It will move faster, like 10 times faster. And then you just need to move the points up somehow, and then try to adjust them. It can be a little bit tricky. Oh, sorry, Control Z. It can be a little bit hard to see the overall shape. So we will go rotate this one and then adjust them a little bit more. Okay, so for example here, so you can use you move the blue is the Z, so the vertical direction. So you not just make sure you do not, if I go to the top, you can see you do not change the shape in the top in the plan view, but only change the level of each point. Okay, so use the blue arrow. If you go to elevation, you can use your keyboard. Just use the arrow up and down. But in 3D view, you can't use your arrow because sometimes when you press like up, it might go that direction. So you can't really tell. So it's easier to just use the blue arrow to control. Okay, so yeah, I'm not quite sure about this. I just go up. This needs to go up, otherwise they must stop stuck here in the middle, right? So this part need to go down. This need to go. Yeah, but I think I've spent too much time on this, but yeah, anyway, so trying to not like at least people can like it need to be continuous, like going down instead of. Anyway, I'll just leave it. Maybe just go up a little bit. Oh, hang on, this needs to go down. Yeah, it's a bit hard. Okay, I think this is okay. So the next step is we need to select this reference line and use divide path. Okay, so click on this. So now we can change the number. So or you can use number, or you can use like maximum distance. Okay, so for this one, 3 meter. I'm not sure what need to be. Maybe 3. How about 3? Oh, yeah. So look, I think this one. Okay, so I think we have some issue here. I draw it too small. I think the overall, let me just try to pick this reference line. The overall length 67. I think that's fine. Okay, so let's check the 3 meter. So this is 3 meter. Maybe let's just make it 1.5 meter, or maybe 2 meter. Okay, I think that's yeah, I think the relative to the size of these tubes, and this size I drew too small. I don't think we can. Can we scale it? No, I don't think we can. So yeah, just be careful. So when you start to draw this shape, just check the dimension first, because spline through points, it's not spline. If you use spline, you can scale it, overall scale, and keep the size. But for spline through points, you can't do that. Okay, so I think that's for this exercise. I'll keep this overall size. Let's just load. Go back. Load this one into here. So okay, so let's place it. So we need to because we 1, 2, 3 3 points. So we're going to double the nodes. So let's select it. Let's double it. So maybe just make it 10. Oh, sorry, 1 meter. So and then create component. So 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. What's going on? Yeah. Okay, so we have 1. Looks like we have some issue with the orientation, with the, you can see this is supposed to be horizontal on the side, but now it's on top. But anyway, so let's repeat. Okay, so repeat. Okay, not too bad. Yeah, of course. You can see here, so it's overlap. Yeah. So this is because we drew this the path that's too small, but it's okay. So you can always, like for example here, it's touching there. So maybe I'll just move it down a little bit here. So and then Revit will calculate again. So let's type HR. So now it's still touching, but if we model it properly, model this shape properly, it will work, right? So it will work. Maybe just instead of adjust the size of this, maybe just let's cheat a little bit to change the size of the individual these tube. Okay, so edit type. So let's see here. Currently we have 1.5 with 1 point. Maybe we just make it smaller, like for kids. Okay, so make it 1 meter. Okay, so and okay, and then this time it should work. Yeah, so yeah, looks, yeah, I think that's okay. So now this bit looks like too much. Maybe make it counted 150 because we don't have a parameter for that bit. So maybe first we need to change this size. So instead of maybe just 100, 240, just 120. And then I would also need to change this one to 120, 120, and 120, and this 120. Okay, so now let's, load this back, overwrite. Okay, so let's go to 3D view, and that's it. Yeah, it looks like still touching, but that's fine. We can just lower this bit a little bit, maybe these two. Let's go click on the elevation and just maybe move, and we can use MV down to a couple 100, and okay, and also this bit as well, MV a couple, maybe 300. So yeah, it's a bit slow because every time you move any of these adaptive or not adaptive, any of these points, you change this spline, Revit will calculate the whole, all these. Okay, so, and I think that's it. It's not too bad. So I won't worry too much about this, because from the image we have here, it looks like that's not always like in the same. It's always also the same. It's the same. You can see sometimes it's go at the top, sometimes it's on the side, and it's not aligned. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so I will upload this family for you so you can have a play. And if you have any questions, oh, hang on. Yeah, I think we still have some issue with the side. You can see, if I let me just finish mass. Okay, so we have this side solid, but this side is fine. It's mass. We can, I think if we go to, let me just try to, so first I'll check that one, go to VV, and on the mass, if I uncheck the form, doesn't work. I think, not sure which one, form, mass, anyway, maybe uncheck mass, apply. Does it change anything? Can't say. It's still a translucent mass form. I guess we just need to, yeah, it's on, should be invisible. Yeah, not sure. Anyway, so I'll just leave it to you. We might, yeah, you might need to go to the family to somehow get rid of that bit, but I'll just leave it to you. So yeah, thank you. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.